News Channel 5 on your side presents Kaleidoscope, focusing on people who make a difference in Northeast Ohio communities.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast today. You are in touch with Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. I'm glad to have you with me today, as always. Jim McCafferty is the CEO of Cleveland Christian Home, and he's here to share information about that organization and about a homecoming event at the Cleveland Christian Home residential treatment facility, which is taking place in early October. How are you, Jim?
Leon, I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
One of the great public servants in Northeast Ohio for many, many years.
Appreciate that.
Always good to have you on the broadcast. Tell us, what is the Cleveland Christian Home?
Cleveland Christian Home has two major components. We do residential treatment for boys at our home on West 114th and Lorraine. Yeah. It's a residential facility where the boys come and stay with us. All the way from locked units where they're a danger to themselves or others, down to boys that are in shelter care that stay with us a very short period of time while the court makes a disposition on their case. We have Hope Center, which is for boys who've been sexually abused, open residential. These kids go to school on campus. We have a Cleveland Municipal School District building right on the back of our grounds. Special teachers, specially trained to deal with them. We also have a community-based component where we have master's level therapists that go out into the community, into family homes, into schools, offices, churches, and they do treatment work with kids and their families while the kids are still intact.
How long has the Cleveland Christian Home been in existence?
Since 1900.
So, I mean, it's been out there, doing the work for 100 and some years.
Correct. Cleveland Christian Home, which is like the other 4 or 5 residential treatment centers in Cuyahoga County, started as an orphanage. We are affiliated with the Disciples of Christ Church, and it was started because a pastor in the church in 1900 saw kids living on the streets, opened his home, started taking them in, and it grew into an orphanage, and then when orphanages ended, it grew into a residential treatment center for boys.
Because of that name, the Cleveland Christian Home, there is a strong Christian foundation which is applied, which is used when you work with
but it's not pushed. You know, boys have a right to their own religious beliefs. We have Muslim boys, we have Jewish boys, but we are affiliated with the Disciples of Christ Church, and Christian values are stressed.
You've got a big event coming up, I know, that you want to talk about.
Yes, October 3rd we have an event called Homecoming, and it started off homecoming because we were an orphanage, and the individuals who lived at the home when it was an orphanage would come back once a year to the home, and they'd have a homecoming event, just like all of our families have family reunions. This was a family reunion for them. As the years go by and we've morphed into residential treatment, it's now an event for the community. We invite those who make referrals to us. We invite the local churches and the community to come, elected officials, and the general public. General public's invited. Come in, learn about what we do, get a tour of the home. We have a brunch. We honor some of our sponsors and our volunteers every year at the homecoming. This year it's National Automotive Experts, President's Kelly Price, and the Good Samaritan Christian Church in Macedonia. Individuals who go out of their way to support us and especially support our kids.
So this is going to be Saturday, October the 3rd, at the home itself?
At the home itself, beginning at 10 o'clock in the morning.
And that's at 11401 Lorraine Avenue on the Cleveland West Side.
Right.
Brunch and award ceremony, and starting at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
And then 1 o'clock is a tour of the facility if people really want to see the unit, see where the boys live.
You've got a tie to the Cleveland School District too, don't you?
Yes, right on the back. We have a school that we own, but it's staffed by 4 Cleveland Municipal School District teachers who are specially trained to work with the population that we have in the home.
Jim, you know you're making a difference in the lives of these youngsters who come in.
We believe we are.
I mean, you are the difference between good times and bad times.
Correct. You know, and we're really here for Cuyahoga County. We have some boys from Summit County. We have a young man from Lucas. We have a young man from Lake County. But the preponderance of the boys in the home come from Cuyahoga County. They come from juvenile court or children's services. And I would say if you and I walk down one of our units right now, we'd be hard-pressed to tell who's a children's services boy, who's a juvenile court boy. They have the same underlying issues that cause the behaviors. And what I like about Cleveland Christian Home is being in Cleveland proper it's easy for a parent to visit. A mom who doesn't have a car can take 2 buses, come right down Lorraine Avenue, and be at the home and see her son on a regular basis.
I want to put a phone number on the screen where you can get more information, and people can send a check as well.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's
Yes.
always
Oh, yeah.
available. At
We accept cash.
11401 Lorraine Avenue, Cleveland is the address, but the phone number is 216-416-4277, or you can email more information to dwaldman@ccnworks.org. I think we've got that email on the screen as well. You came out of, when I first started talking to you years ago, you were with Cleveland, with the Cuyahoga County Children's and Family Services. So you've been working in this vein for your adult life.
Yes, for most of my adult life. I took a 2.5-year hiatus to be the county administrator.
Right.
My timing was wonderful. It was 2 weeks before the FBI came in.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've worked in human services my whole career.
Yeah. What keeps you going with this? There's a spark in your eye that I see. This is your passion.
Absolutely. You know, we owe our kids a life. And there's the African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child, and I really believe that. I think we owe our children more than we give them. We owe our families more than we give them. And I think we have to rebuild our neighborhoods, but we have to work individually with kids and families to help them heal. And the work that agencies like Cleveland Christian Home do is so important to what the government does, what Children's Services or Juvenile Court does.
Once again, it's Saturday, October the 3rd at the Cleveland Children's Home Residential Treatment Facility, 11401 Lorraine Avenue, and people can get tickets to go and help with the fundraiser by making a phone call to 416-4277.
The only cost is, I think it's $15 for the brunch. There'll be some food, but other than that, it's free. Come in and see what we do.
But we're helping the kids.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jim McCafferty, CEO of the Cleveland Christian Home. Good to have you on the broadcast.
Thanks, Leah.
Okay.
Good to be here.